Hello, Phil Morris here, the Time and Time Photographer, and this is a follow-up to my previous blog post about automatic is not magic. And what I said we would do is we would take this image and we'd bring it into Photoshop and take it a step further and do some cleanup work on it. Now, you can right-click on the image here, and I'm using a virtual copy, which is fine. And when you can edit in Photoshop, or you can open as a smart object in Photoshop. Now if you open it as a smart object in Photoshop, then it'll bring it in as a smart object that will allow you to come back into Lightroom and make further edits on it if you wanted to. In this case, I'm going to just edit it in Photoshop so that it runs a little bit faster, and actually I've already got it loaded up and zoomed in. And as you can see here, I have a background layer right here and it's locked, and that's fine. I'm actually going to keep this as my source image, and what I want to do is I want to clean up her skin a little bit. And the first thing I want to do is going to hit Command J or Control J on the PC to create a new layer, and we're going to call this Heal. What we're going to do is we're going to try to find any blemishes, and we're using the healing tool here, and we will just do some simple clicking here and there, and I'm going to be using my close bracket and open bracket to make my brush bigger and smaller. And as you can see down here, she has a beauty mark. Normally you wouldn't want to take that out if this is going to be for a client, because that's something that they know is on their face and they need to keep it. But any little minor bumps and any blemishes, if they have a zit, you can just go ahead and take those out very quickly and easily. That didn't work, so I'm going to back up and let's scroll around. And as you can see, she's got a bunch of glitter on her, which is going to make the skin toning a little difficult, but not too bad really. Alright, so we have the face pretty much healed. We've gotten rid of all the blemishes that stand out, and if you notice, she's got a lot of hair over her shoulder here. Now if we're going to crop tight and we're not going to see a lot of that, then we can do a blurring mechanism to smooth out the bumps on her face and stuff like that. But I happen to have a tool called Portraiture, and I'm actually going to run that, and I'm going to call this Heal 2. And this filter is made by Image Nomadic, and it'll take a moment to pop up. And now it's up, and really I have the smoothing set to normal, and what it's going to do is it's going to pick all of the flesh toned areas and it's going to smooth them out. And we're just going to hit OK, let it run, and now it's done running. And as you can see, her skin became very porcelain-like. Here's before, where you can see all the bumps and little indentations and such, and then this is after. And really we don't want this level of quality on the skin, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the opacity down probably about generally under 50%, and so it brings back some of the detail in her skin and still maintains the glitter that she had on. So here is before and after. I know it's kind of a subtle change, but that looks pretty good. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these layers, and I'm doing a merge down. I know you can't see that on the screen, and it's going to turn this into one layer. I'm still going to maintain my original image there. And next, what I like to do is take a look at the lips and the teeth. And what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here, Oops, there we go, zooming in. And actually that's really, really tight. Now, we have a yellow sunlight coming in, but there might be some yellowing in her teeth. So what we want to do is we want to make her teeth a little bit brighter. And what I'm going to do is make another layer. And on this layer, sometimes what I will do is I'll set it to screen, which shows you a brightened version of it. But in this case, it's a bright and yellow version. And that's probably not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift it back to normal, and then what I want to do is take and do a hue saturation level, and I'm going to take my yellows and I'm going to desaturate my yellows. Okay, now it's going to desaturate the whole image here, and I'm going to merge this down. So we have a version that is desaturated yellows, and then this is the original version. So let's go back. I'm going to create a layer mask, and actually what I want to do is hold down the Option key or Alt key and do a layer mask. And then I am with my paintbrush, and with white I'm going to paint in this desaturated set of teeth here. Now it's alright if we get a little bit on the edge of the lips, and I know this is going to look really, really harsh and strange, but it's going to look better in a bit. And actually my brush is very, very hard. Let's cut down the hardness a bit on it so that we get a slightly softer edge around the ends. And I know this is going to be rather quick, a little sloppy. Okay, now if we zoom out, those teeth just do not look right, which is fine because we're going to lower the opacity, and we'll probably want around 35%. So this is before, this is after. So we still have the yellow glow of the sun, but her teeth don't look very yellow, so that's going to help out quite a bit. And what I want to do is I want to label this teeth so that I know that that's what that layer does. And I actually want to keep this layer here since I've got a nice layer mask. It's not a problem. I don't need to merge it down anymore. The only other thing I can think of doing with her lips, and if we zoom in, gotta accept that first. We zoom in, is some of her lipstick doesn't go all the way down, which is fine. If you're doing this for a fashion magazine, you might want to brighten that up a little bit, and you can do that with a color adjustment layer. I kind of like it as is. One thing that I might do is take and select the layer mask there with my brush, and oops, what I'm going to do is I want to brighten this highlight up a bit, but I'm going to hold down the Option key and click on the layer mask so I can take a look at my what I've painted so far, clean up any spots that I missed. Click back on that, and then I'll just go ahead and wipe across her lips there. That will take out some of that yellow that's in that shine on her lips, and that looks quite a bit better. Now what we're going to do is zoom out and take a look, and what I want to do is show you the before, which is this is before, This is after, with her skin smoothed out a little bit and her teeth brightened up. And in the next blog post, I'm going to take this even a bit further with the eyes.